Hello, this is 7 tips and tricks to help you kill Soul Heredit easier, cleaner, and more confidently. Before we get started, I'd suggest checking out the old school Wiki's Fortis Colosseum strategy article. I wrote most of the boss fight section, so a lot of the info you'll see here will also be there if written guides are more your thing. This video assumes you know the basics of Soul and have already memorized his attack patterns, but if you haven't, check out that Wiki article to learn more. Starting off with the first tip. Start your fights by running up to Soul as soon as you possibly can. If you have Quartet active, deal with the Fremennik after getting into melee range of the boss and dodging his first attack. The reason for this is because it'll give you a lot more space to move backwards as he changes phases before hitting the edge of the arena. Number 2. Utilize edge tiles on tricky molten glass spawns. Sometimes you can get molten glass or solar flares that will block you from centering on Soul's middle tile. The edge tiles of Soul function the same as his middle tile for dodging his Spear 1 attack, and is an alternative to running around frantically or tanking molten glass if you get an unfavorable glass spawn. Number 3. Spear after phase. Most people don't know this, but when Soul changes phases, signified by his overhead text and spawning of new molten glass, he will always perform a spear attack first after the new phase. This fact can help you not have to overthink his last attack before he phased. If he did Spear 1, it'll be Spear 2. But if he did any other attack, then one step back from the middle or edge tiles will always be safe. Number 4. Pattern reset after a special. Whenever Soul Heredit uses his grapple or combo attacks, the attack pattern is instantly reset, meaning no matter what attack he did before his special, you can simply go back one tile from the middle or edge tiles and dodge every single hit. Really cement this into your head because it'll prevent a lot of damage from forgetting where he was in his pattern before his special, when you actually don't have to remember his last attack in this case. Number 5. Combo Visual Indicator. Some people have trouble timing the combo attack, but there are alternatives to counting ticks. If you don't want to use a visual or audio metronome, you can react to his combo attack by clicking your prayer whenever the glowing effect around his weapon starts to disappear. Please note that this will not work if you're using low detail mode, so if you're going to attempt this method, make sure you have that disabled. Personally, I play with low detail mode on, so I don't have a good example here. Number 6. Beams during his attack. Oftentimes, you'll notice Soul's beam will fire right around the time he starts to attack. I've seen a lot of players panic and eat his attack so that they can avoid this beam. The beams will often reset during his phase transition and fire right after his first attack in the new phase. If this happens, you can safely ignore them if they're on a tile you need to dodge to. This assumes you don't dodge early, however, so get that timing down. And finally, number 7, setting up sands. This is more of an advanced technique, but it is possible to manipulate where Soul will spawn his sands after he changes phases. He will attempt to spawn a sand on you one tick after he phases on the tile you're standing on, meaning you can preemptively run backwards or sideways when you know you've knocked him below his health threshold. This will make the sand spawn outside of where you normally would want to stand. Hopefully these tips will help you kill Soul much easier, and feel free to ask any questions about Soul Heredit's mechanics in the comments. Thanks for watching.